don't give a damn. They
get
they have bodies that can defend.
You were booing them out the entire game.
They're NBA players. They get paid like NBA players play like it.
Hey,
Charlotte Hornets.
Stop it.
Charlotte Hornets. What do you mean? Hold on.
Bennie and Issac sparring.
Hold on. Where's your big man?
Can I get a timeout right here? Welcome everybody to another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood. Issac, aka Black Cadillac.
Issac swerving.
Issac swerve. Bennie is in the building. He's always gonna be here. Bobby, if you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And shout out to everyone who comments, shares, and shows love. We see y'all. That support keeps this thing alive. You guys got it? Y'all got any shout outs?
You already know the drill. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't, Dummies on the Hardwood. You name it, we are on it.
Sweet. Issac, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to the man who's doing the podcast behind us, Sam, and his podcast, Go For Podcast.
Shout out to Sam.
Really good podcast.
Shout out to Mr. Sam.
Media and entertainment, movies and all that. Really informative.
Go For Podcast.
Make sure you guys follow it if you haven't.
All right. And also, too, we want to shout out Big Ray. You always showing that love,
shout out Big Ray,
love in the comment section,
hey,
man.
I'm telling you, man, he's my number one fan outside of you, bro. Outside of you. I know he's going to have my back on every episode.
Oh, man. Anyways, so Bam's 83 points. Issac has a lot to say about that. Issac, you want to take the floor?
What are records meant for, gentlemen? To etch your status in history, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Are all records meant to be broken, regardless of how things happen?
I believe so.
I would think so. I would hope so.
Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, and yet everyone in the league is questioning it. Yes, he didn't do it the most, how you say it, in the flow of the game I've been hearing. But records were meant to be broken. And Bobby, I want to ask you as a Laker fan, would Kobe be pissed off if Bam held back? Would he be absolutely pissed off if Bam held off?
No, absolutely. I think he would be happy for him.
So why are people saying, like, Bam, he should have held it off for respect? Do you realize how methodical Kobe Bean Bryant was? He was methodical. He loved the game. And, yeah, he took, 46 free throws?
For 43, I believe.
46 free throws. Same thing, but it'll be interesting. Just records are meant to be broken regardless of how they were. There's always questionable. There's always going to be a critic. So that's my whole thing. Just no, not everyone's going to be happy as long as Bam's happy. Congratulations to him. Most random 80-point game. Everyone's going to say it's against the Wizards. Again, I'll get into that more later. But a record's a record, people. Bet you if the shoe was on the other foot, if they was them, they'd be like, oh, why are they picking on me? Record's a record.
Issac spitting the truth. Yeah, no. Bam Adebayo shot 47% from the field, and people are giving him flack for shooting under 40. That's 47% is still efficient. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Really quick, may I remind everyone, Kobe Bryant on his final game shot 22 of 50, which was 44%.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of a little bit worse, but no one questioned that. By the way, Kelly Oubre, Cool Embiid did it efficiently. How many efficient games and how many games has he played in his whole entire career? Probably Bam eclipsed it. So, yeah.
Bam shot 32% from deep, 84% from the line. I mean, when he scored 31 points out of the first quarter, I was really like, damn, this guy's going to have a really good game. Then he had 43 at half, and after the third quarter, he had 62. So, yeah, people are giving Bam Adebayo flack, and I think it's because, people didn't expect Bam Adebayo, who's not known for a scorer, to score for 83 points, which, I get, but you got to look at the players who are out that game, too. They didn't have Norman Powell. Andrew Wiggins was out. Tyler Hero was out, too, I believe, right?
Who else was going to shoot the damn ball?
Half the damn roster was out.
I mean, Simone Fontecchio, I think I saw he had 18 points that game. So
yeah, I mean, Bam had to step up. But I guess I wouldn't say I have an issue with the 83 points themselves. Bam had to do what he had to do. My issue goes to the fact that the Miami Heat left him out there with 6 minutes left in the game, and they're blowing out the Wizards team. That was my issue. Bam, hey, props to you, man. 83 points, great. Miami, you could have pulled them out against a Wizards team where you were just blowing them out. That's where I stand with it, personally.
Well, I mean, since you guys already brought up some good points, I want to kind of bring this whole thing together. So I did a little research before we started this episode.
Let's see if it's valid.
So obviously we all know about Kobe Bryant's 81 points, right? Everybody knows that he broke his record, right? And we want to talk about records. Where are the Heat at? They're currently, I think, 8th, right?
7th or 8th.
7th or 8th, right? So this time, when Kobe Bryant put 81, January 22nd of 2006, Lakers were 21-19, Raptors were 14-27.
The Raptors weren't that great.
They weren't that great. Okay, I've got more points to prove. So here we go. Devin Booker, March 24, 2017 against my Celtics. He put up 70 points. Record, I think, this year was different. Celtics were 47-26. Suns were 22-51. All right, so it's a little different right there. All right, here we go. Donovan Mitchell against the Bulls, January 2nd, 2023. Bulls 16-21, Cavs 24-14. Damian Lillard, this one's a good one. Damian Lillard, 71 points right here against the Rockets, February 26, 2023. His Blazers were 29-31. Rockets, 13-47 that year. They were a horrible defensive team. Horrible.
So what you would say is the picture being painted is that all the teams weren't exactly.
I got more.
Oh, gosh.
Don't take my point, Isaac. Joel Embiid, 70 points against the Spurs, January 2nd, 2024. This is 76ers, 29-13. Spurs 8-34. I guess you guys already know what I'm going with because I can bring up Luka's 73 against the Hawks. Hawks was 18-27. Mavericks 25-20. Hawks defense.
Bottom line, Bam was taking care of business.
Bottom line is this. Here's the bottom line. There's a common theme with all of this. We're seeing that these players who are scoring astronomical number of points are playing against teams that are inferior. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna discredit his 83 points. By all means, get your 83 how you gotta do it. I'm just saying the way the game has changed in the last decade or so, it speaks volumes. Like, anybody, any given night could put up 83 points if they wanted to. These are all NBA players. They're all NBA players. They can put up 50 points in their sleep if they wanted to, but they have to hold back because they play a certain role for their team, right? So the point I'm getting at is, did the way he do it was right? I mean, there's always going to be an asterisk, I'm not saying he's wrong, but it's just, I guess the way the game has changed offensively, there's no defense being played nowadays. You could point to that question too, and it is the Washington Wizards. That's where I'm like, all right, it's the Wizards, and you got to do it. And you guys realize everybody's reaction was kind of like, meh. Wemby didn't care. I think Colin Gillespie got interviewed. He didn't care about it. Nobody cared. Ime Udoka was like, you did it against the Wizards. So,
but if you look back at that 81-point game from Kobe, the Lakers were down. I remember that game. Lakers were down pretty much down most of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe really had to put the team on his back to beat him. So, I like I said, like for me, like Bam Adebayo, congrats on scoring 83 points. I just felt like the Heat didn't need to keep him out there too long, and I think that's the unspoken rule that, I feel like most people nowadays are breaking.
Yeah.
But, I have a lot of respect for Bam Adebayo and the 83 points, but, Eric Spoelstra, I get it, I hear you, but, it's just common courtesy. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
forget courtesy.
I was gonna say.
You're blowing out the Wizards. You're playing the Wizards.
I don't give a damn. They have bodies that can defend.
You were blowing them out the entire game.
They're NBA players. They get paid like NBA players play like it. Defend like it.
I'm just saying.
Everybody's got an unwritten rule in the game in each sport. I mean, at the end of the day, Yeah, it wasn't the right way to do it now, but hey, man.
I'm not denying 83.
If you're playing against a team like that, you got to run it up against them.
100%. I'm not denying it.
Show no mercy.
I'm not denying it. I just think that 25 point. It's like when Karl Anthony Towns went to go get his career high. How many points did Karl Anthony Towns?
That was the same night Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that was a Joel Embiid. Yeah, and that's the thing.
That was terrible.
And that's the thing.
The thing is, the Hornets play defense and stops him. Why couldn't the Wizards do that?
First of all, I'm not denying that. All I'm saying is just that, this goes to show you nowadays that some people I'm not saying Bam Adebayo cares about his stats because, like I said, he's going out there doing what he needs to do. But, you know, you go out there, it's a common courtesy for the coaches to know, okay, you're playing the Washington Wizards, you're blown out by 25 points, 5 minutes left in the game. Are you going to really put your player out there? Are you really going to put your best player out there against a team? Are you going to risk your player in getting an injury? Yes, I know Bam Adebayo was having a career high that game. I'm not dissing him. All I'm saying is just that you got to recognize that you're playing the Wizards, you're blowing them out, pull them out. We don't need to go in and try to go out and get a record. I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying it's like,
I mean, you know, obviously with all this, I want to bring another point. Now everybody's questioning heat culture now.
Yeah, no,
quote unquote heat culture, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you know, I'm not. I got a lot of respect for Eric Spoelstra. Okay, like I'm not dissing his coaching. He's a phenomenal coach, but you know, in this situation, you didn't need to keep him out there. You didn't need to, like, players were intentionally missing so Bam Adebayo could go get the ball.
Now, see,
that's the issue I have.
And that's where, for me, you know, I kind of like, all right, now we're deviating away from the game.
Yeah, it's not within the flow of the game, and that's where I have that's where I take offense.
And again, I'm cool with someone getting 83. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. But if you're gonna get your 83, I want you to make sure you get it within the game.
Yeah,
right? Get it within the game and make sure it's not a loss. Right, a blowout and against a weak team, it's expected. Everybody's gonna get their point.
Yeah, it's the Wizards.
Devin Booker put up 70 points in an L against the Celtics that year.
Yeah, you got. So I mean, Bam Adebayo had to do what he had to do. That game, half the team was out, so I understand it. 31 points after the first quarter, great. But that's just where I had taken issue. Yeah, you have anything, Isaac?
I think I have 3 main points, like pretty much to talk about as to why Bam's getting such flack.
Go ahead.
Pretty much one of the main points is they're kind of jealous and kind of like disappointed it wasn't them, if you really think about it. And if you think about the way the game has been going, it's more scoring. Who plays defense anymore? And Washington could have put up a fight. They're trying to build a championship culture. You can't even hold one player. Seriously?
If AD's on that floor, is Bam getting 83?
As long as AD stays healthy and someone doesn't bump into him, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Washington had the opportunity. They had Bill Koulibaly. Who else they have? Sarr. Bam was dunking all over him. They pretty much gave up. They were opening it up to like, hey, I'm going to score on you. Common courtesy. This is a grown man's league. You give a damn about your courtesy?
Unwritten rule, man. It's a respect of the game.
I don't give a damn once you're going to the record.
Real hoopers.
You think Kobe gave a damn?
Real hooper, because Kobe scored 81 because his team was down.
You're telling me the final game.
He was playing the Wizards.
His final game. He was playing within the flow of the game. Answer that question right now.
Yeah, he was playing within the flow of the game.
He was not.
Yeah, he was.
50 shots? Are you kidding me? 50 shots.
How about his go away too? I don't know if you guys saw recently Gordon Hayward's comments. He basically said like the game, Bam Adebayo's 83 and Kobe's 60 were not games. His final game, they were not real games. I don't know if you saw that comment about with Gordon Hayward, what he said about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see it.
We're deviating away from the game. I'm not against anybody scoring, but again, theirs, you know, because, you know, you got to get yours. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man. Play some defense.
Like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Isaac. When I saw Kobe Bryant score, what was it, 60 points his final game, and he shot 50 attempts, I remember one of my coworkers was like, Kobe shot 50 attempts and scored 60 points. I was like, damn.
But I mean, it's also expected. If you get your 80-some points or your 50 or 50, 60, whatever points, you got to put up a ton of shots and you got to put up free throws. That's just expected.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
And I mean, for people trying to give the flack to the officiating, Washington was triple teaming Bam Adebayo so he couldn't score, so he wouldn't score all night.
They're smacked up.
Yeah, but he was triple teaming him so he wouldn't score the whole entire game, and they were fouling him. So obviously he's going to get some free throws.
Yet people were saying he flopped his way to 83.
And it's like, no, he wasn't. Like, no, he was legit getting fouled. Like,
yeah, it was so bad that they had a triple team.
Yeah, and the officiating, in the third quarter. I thought the officiating
they
was
actually
good.
started playing defense because they're like, damn, we don't want to be known for the team that gave up 80-some points.
Yeah, too late for that.
Yeah.
My second point. Did anyone... Benny, you went over that list. By the way, you stole my points. Kind of hate you for that. But all those names, you know what they have in common?
Let's hear it, Isaac. Let's hear it.
They're superstars, right?
I would say Kobe's a superstar. Booker's a superstar. Mitchell's a superstar. Lillard's a superstar. Embiid is a superstar, right?
Yep.
Okay, I was just making sure, Isaac. Doncic obviously is a superstar. So is Bam Adebayo a superstar?
That and the biggest problem and the biggest red flag I have. Probably because he's not a superstar. I bet you if it was a superstar like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Doncic, Austin Reeves. Well, Austin Reeves is like an all-star, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
But no one would bat an eye if it was a superstar.
But that's my point. And you literally what you just said. If you look at what everybody said, nobody really cares. No, even Wemby was like, man, nobody cares. That's cool. You did 83. Are you gonna do this? Dude's averaging 18 points per game.
But if it was Wemby, if it was anybody else, people would be like, oh damn, 80
it'd be
points,
congratulations.
Points. Yeah.
But Bam, no, he's just a star. He only averages 20 points. In some right.
Yeah. I mean, but is he really a superstar? He's not.
He's not a superstar. He's an all-star.
He's an all-star.
Yeah. He's an all-star.
Yep.
You know?
But the fact that just because he's not a known scorer and people are pretty much salty about that, it's the narrative that they're building. Like, not a superstar, so it's not right. Don't you remember when Corey Brewer went off for 50 in Minnesota and people were talking about that? Randomly? 50 points.
That's
50 points.
That's wild.
No one batted an eye. But Bam Adebayo breaks Kobe's record, and everyone's like, oh, my God, that's wrong. Everything's wrong. He's not a known scorer. The narrative is he isn't a superstar, so people are going to be like, we're not accepting that. Yes, it's questionable how he did it, and the Heat did it at some points, but a record's a record.
That's the bottom line.
Everything doesn't have to be a superstar.
Bottom line, end of story.
Bottom line, end of story, man.
And my third point. This probably is going to rattle some people. Didn't it bother you as a Laker fan? Would it bother you as a Laker fan if Luka broke Kobe Bryant's record?
Nope.
If it was a Celtics record, would it bother you, Benny?
Not really.
There is some media bias. If it was another Laker, they would probably be all over it.
Oh, this would be blown up.
They would be excited. They'd be like, oh, my God, another Laker broke the 81-point game. But because it's not in L.A. or like a glamour market, kind of, and it belongs to L.A. automatically is going to be like, nope, that doesn't count.
Yeah, because it's all media driven. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like, the media wants it to be L.A. who does it. Luka Doncic breaks the record, right? If Luka breaks the record,
there would be a parade.
Everybody would be on it.
They want the media. The media wants the media and the superstar players. That's all. Yep. That's all they care about. So that's why
when Bam won, everybody's like. And I mean, I agree with some of the players to an extent. It's like, okay, you broke a record, that's cool, but we're out here to win a championship. Like, but that's the other mindset that I can understand with certain players. It's like, that's cool, you broke a record, great. Where's your team? Are you guys competing for a chip?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, you ain't gonna be winning a chip or competing for a chip anytime soon. Don't you can't tell me anything about that, right? So I don't know. That's
the 83 points will always have an asterisk. Unfortunately,
yeah, it still has an asterisk for me, just in that regard.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just the way it was done, and it's Bam Adebayo, and Bam's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a fucking player.
He's not a scorer like this.
Yeah, there's
just keeping a buck. He's not a scorer like this. But I respect it. I love it. Good for you, Bam.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you, man.
If you did it against a team that was like
Again, it's about narrative. Like, remember, we clown you about the Boston Celtics not facing a single healthy team. What was that? Narrative that we created.
Everybody has a narrative.
Everything has a narrative. No matter what, there's always going to be an asterisk somewhere in the world with someone. Oh, this, oh, that. Boston didn't deserve to win because no one was healthy. Oh, the Thunder didn't deserve to win because Boston Celtics weren't healthy.
Tyrese got hurt or whatever.
Tyrese got hurt.
Yeah.
The Nuggets would have been Boston and all that. There's so many narratives. There's so many what ifs. Too bad. History writes itself. Some alternate universe will have
So how do you think that this changes the perception of records now? How do you guys feel?
Again, media driven. It depends who breaks it. Say Luka breaks it, everyone would be cheering. Jason Tatum breaks it, everyone would be cheering.
Yeah.
Some random role player like OG Anunoby, kind of like scoring like 85. You wouldn't really hear it. You wouldn't hear it. They'd be like, they force fed him the ball. There was a video. Bam said, "Stop fouling." He did not want that. He did not want that.
Yeah, and he did what he had to do.
And it's unfortunate because, and there's another story. Imagine he missed all those free throws. People would be like, "Oh, Bam could have had the record. Could have had the record." But he missed all his free throws. I could hear it.
You can't win. Like you cannot win with the media.
And the thing is, it's funny, man, because like he had 83. He missed 7 free throws. Guess what that comes out
90.
to? 90 points. He would have had 90 points.
If you had 90, then you would have had people talking.
Yeah, he probably would have had people talking.
Yeah.
You know, which by all means, you know, go ahead and get yours. But however it's done, it's done. You know, I'm happy for Bam. You know, again, this is always going to have an asterisk. Especially you playing against a Washington Wizards team, and that's what I'm saying. The whole thing, like I said earlier, it's just like I want to see these games done. Minus Devin Booker, you know, when he did against the Celtics, I want them done against like 500 opponents, like good teams. Jokic, he's dropping 50 almost every single night against the Lakers, the Rockets, every team in the West. He's eating them. I want to see that. I want to see people be like, man, this dude got 50, 20, 10, 5. Whatever. I want to see that. Not, well, he got 83 against the Wizards. You see what I mean? Do it against good teams. That's what a superstar does. They're going to do it every single night. They're not going to show up one night and then disappear 2 nights in a row. And then show up again. And at that point, you're just a role player in this league. Or you're just a star player. You ain't no superstar. You're just a star. So, I don't know. It's what it is. It's done. It's over with. But do it against good teams. Do it against good teams.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bam Adebayo had to score that many points because half his team was out. So I get he had to do what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do.
Narrative.
Yeah.
Who else was going to score the damn ball?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had to do what he had to do. He had to score. He had to put the team on his back. So
Bam, you don't need to apologize. Congrats to you.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah,
no matter what people think or say.
Congrats.
Yeah, they would probably be happy with that record.
Hey, man, people are gonna be talking about it for the rest of this week and forever how long?
For the rest of the season, yeah. Jeez.
For eternity, man. Eternity.
Oh man. Okay, Isaac. Do you have the hot cakes?
Hot cakes.
Do you guys want one for the East or the West?
Do both. You got one for both?
Let's see for the West. Damn, I had this on top of my tongue.
All right,
The Denver Nuggets will be eliminated in the first round.
That's BS.
Woo!
That's absolute BS. What's your rationale?
Here's the thing, man. Have you seen them play? Joker's literally been carrying them. They haven't been healthy. Aaron Gordon's been out. Percy Watson's been out. Now Jamal Murray's out. Payne Watson.
Jamal Murray is out now?
Jamal Murray's out day-to-day with an ankle.
Jeez. And they're playing the Lakers.
And it reminds me of, what year was it? What year did they get swept out? And like Joker was just frustrated. 2021 with the Phoenix Suns.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were absolutely like, Joker did everything he could. That's giving me similar vibes. Everyone's injured. Cameron Johnson is not working out at all.
Surprisingly, I'm actually surprised he's not. He's not balling. He's not shooting three-ball consistently.
I think they might regret letting Michael Porter Jr. go. And never did I think in my mind that I would say that the Nuggets would regret Michael Porter Jr.
You're saying the Nuggets regret letting go of Michael Porter Jr.
Do.
MPJ was always better than Cameron Johnson. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Nuggets just needed a 3-and-D defender. But yeah, MPJ... You know, he's balling right now in Brooklyn. He's doing well.
It's Brooklyn, but it could have been worse.
But he's doing what he needs to do.
I mean, yeah, I think the Denver, it's a possibility, depending on their matchup, they could possibly end up out of the first round.
Ooh. So right now, the third team right now would be, I believe it's the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers moved up to the third spot out west.
Lakers are third?
Yeah, Lakers are third.
Huh. I mean, it just depends on the matchup. If Denver isn't healthy, the Lakers could easily take them down. Joker's a one-man team, literally.
My concern is who on the Lakers would guard Jokic, but I would say
you could leave him open. Who else is going to score? Tim Hardaway Jr. Who is it?
Hey man, well playoffs make players.
Yeah, but they're all coming back from injuries, man. Lower leg injuries.
Isn't it too? Joker's going through injuries too, man.
Joker's playing with the wrist, too. So
wrist and a knee.
You look at the Lakers.
They're all banged up.
Besides LeBron, they're all pretty much readily available. And you could pull out Vanderbilt and all that and just put him on Joker, tire him out.
Ooh.
That's bull. I think the Nuggets are gonna be fine. I still pick them as my dark horse coming out the West. Still my dark horse.
I think the Nuggets, at this rate, the way they're playing, I probably could see them being maybe a second round exit. I'm just taking them as my dark horse. I still think they can make it out the West. They get San Antonio in the 7 game. I'm going with Denver every day of the week. If they don't have a fully healthy Nuggets team, because if Jokic has to carry the Nuggets, I agree with Isaac. It's just going to be too much.
No, I agree.
Especially in the West. Yeah, that's going to be too much.
All right, for the East. Oh, my God, I'm really pulling this one out. If the Hornets stay hot, the Hornets will make the Eastern Conference Finals minimum. Charlotte Hornets.
Stop it.
Charlotte Hornets. If they stay hot.
Woo! Why? Let's hear it.
They're the hottest team right now. They've lost 3 games, and they've won the past.
All right.
18, 20 games.
I need a timeout right here. Can I get a timeout right here? I need a timeout. All right. This is why. I'll tie back to your point, Isaac. It's the same thing I said about the Detroit Pistons. What did I tell you the other night? Everybody's so sold on the Detroit Pistons. Oh my God, they're hot. Oh my God, they're number 1 in the East. Blah 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 blah. Guess what? Nobody cares. You dropped 4 of your last 5 or 6 games, right? Did they not? Yeah. Against some teams, they lost to the Brooklyn Nets. Out of all teams, Grant myself lost to the Brooklyn Nets, but that's fine. My point that I'm coming at is, no, I'm not buying into the Hornets hype. Absolutely not. That is just that is absolutely ludicrous. The Hornets, no, they're going to be hot, and then they're just going to fall flat back down to earth, and then they're going to finish in the play-in. They're going to be 8th. And do I want to see them in the playoff series? Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to, but even if they did, I mean, I don't think anybody would be worried. You should be only worried, again, if you are the Pistons or the Knicks. You should be worried about facing the Hornets. If you're the Celtics and Cavs, you don't got to worry about that.
They looked you pretty good the other night. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, and that's regular season. We talk about playoffs.
You guys aren't exactly healthy, Jason Tatum.
I'm not worried about that.
And you guys lack a big man, too.
All right. You lost me on that one, Isaac.
Isaac, what's your rationale for okay.
What do you mean? Hold on. What
Bennie and Isaac sparring.
Hold on. Where's your big man? Did I not see Vucevic is out for the next 4 weeks?
Okay, but have you not seen what Kata has been doing in his role?
This guy mentioned Kata? Kata? Really? Diabate Kata. I'm taking Diabate.
Oh, okay, Isaac. All right. You're funny with that one. You're kind of funny.
LaMelo will destroy Payton Pritchard.
Okay, and what's your point? Who's got the experience, Isaac? It doesn't matter about skill.
Hey, they can defend all they want. If there's better offense and those shots are dropping, what are you guys going to do?
Yeah, got to tip your hat to them. At the end of the day, if that was in every game, if they were ever in a 7 game, I'm still taking Boston. You cannot tell me Hornets being Celtics in a 7 game. If you tell me that, you're delusional. You don't know.
They would beat them in a 7-game series if they stay hot. You already know.
If they stay hot. I'm not going to say anything else.
Hot.
I'm not going to say anything. They won't. They're going to fall back to earth. We're not buying into this hype.
That's what I'm saying. If they stay hot, they can make it minimum Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, what about the Pistons? They coming out the East?
I think Pistons are a second-round exit.
That's why I said second-round exit.
It's becoming increasingly more apparent that they lack a ball handler. And Cade can only do so much.
And that's what I told you early on in the season.
I think. What did we say, Isaac? We said
I was wrong. I do admit that.
Yeah, but
I do admit that.
But you was talking about Jalen Duren, and we were like,
we talk about Jalen's. You want to bring in Jalen Green? I don't think you want to go there. So I would stop talking right now.
What are you talking about?
Speak of that efficiency.
What are you talking about? No, I'm just saying. I'm just bringing up a point. I'm just bringing up a point.
You want to bring in one Jalen? I'll bring in another.
That's cool. That's cool.
Again. I might be pulling this out of my butt, but they're hot.
No, I'm not denying that they're hot.
Well, the Mavs got hot to the playoffs, to the finals.
Okay.
I'm just saying they did.
Okay, that's different.
I just think that the Hornets would have to get favorable matchups in order. So if you said Pistons, Hornets in the first round, Pistons might screw around and win.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. You're telling me if they face the Raptors, you're taking the Raptors? Is this what you're telling
Hornets.
me?
No, I'm saying
Hornets.
I said the Hornets face the Pistons.
What if the Raptors faced off in the Hornets in the first round?
Oh, Hornets in 7. No, Hornets in 7. Maybe Hornets in 6.
Wait, Hornets over the Raptors?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You're seriously going to take them over Emmanuel inconsistent quickly. Can quickly go from 20 points to 2.
All right.
I just think the Hornets
kind of lost me with that one.
I just think the Hornets have a little bit more depth.
I won't deny that, but I think the Raptors have a little bit more oomph.
No, they don't.
I think so.
They only have Scotty Barnes.
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett
Brandon
is
Ingram.
pretty much like inconsistent. Brandon Ingram, if he's not shooting, he's not doing anything else.
Bottom line is, I'm taking the Hornets and Raptors in the 7 game.
You mean Hornets over the Raptors?
Hornets over the Raptors in the 7 games. In the second round of the playoffs, the Hornets would most likely face the
Knicks or the Celtics.
Knicks. Oh yeah, if they face the Knicks, it's game over. Now if they face Boston,
I'd still give them a puncher's chance. If they're hot.
It's Boston. It's Boston. It's Boston. I'm gonna have to take Boston. But if the Hornets face the Knicks, in an ideal world, I can see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. In an ideal world.
Crazier things have happened.
The matchups have to just line up.
Yep, I'd agree. I do agree. The matchups have to happen.
Yeah, they have to line up.
They cannot face, like, that's what I'm saying. If you're the Hornets, like, yeah, you beat the Celtics in the regular season, but if you see them in the playoffs are a different breed. You don't have that experience. The players don't have that experience yet because things change in the playoffs. That's why I wasn't sold on Detroit. And the Charlotte Hornets, that's great. They're hot. We got to see this going into the postseason now. They got the last few weeks of the regular season. I want to see how they finish off.
So where do you see the Celtics ceiling, Benny? Where do you see them?
Well, I mean, like, I'm in my whole bias. I want to say, we gonna win it all, but I'm not delusional, But the way the East is looking, everybody's kind of fumbling. If we get Detroit, it's gonna be tough. But I'll still pull out for my Celtics. I say we make it to the finals. That's my ceiling. I don't think we'll win it, but that's my ceiling because the way the East is setting up, New York had the chance to do it and they blew it. Cleveland is Cleveland.
I see. I mean,
Detroit is Detroit.
Have James Harden. Don't they, Bobby?
You said that,
okay, but they still have James Harden. I still think so.
Okay, Crickets, that said a lot.
I still think so. If they have, if it's the Cavs and Celtics in a 7-game series,
it's Boston every day.
I'm going to say 7 games, and I'm gonna have to take Cleveland.
What?
That's a little.
I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if the Celtics face the Cavs, I'm gonna take Cleveland. But I know the other day they got whooped. But
Jaylen Brown will lock them both up. Jason Tatum will lock them.
Jason Tatum is at about what? He looked great the other night though.
You don't need Jason Tatum at 100%. You can get 80%.
That's why I said, man. You get 80% Tatum going to the finals. That's all we need.
Yeah. Anywho. That's going to do it for another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood. If we brought you any value today, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. We appreciate every single one of you. Until next week, Isaac, Benny, we're out.